Hey, I'm Janet Johnson with Social Media Hangout Time. Here today with two special guests, two people. Well, Kimmy's our normal special guest, and if you haven't been on our show before or seen our show, it's Kimmy is a salon owner, and what Kimmy does is she is here to learn and ask questions based on her business, the small business. And we also have Nathan Latka, and Nathan is with Heyo.com.
Hey,
And I'm going to
heyo, that's you have to say heyo.
Oh, I have to say it that
Heyo! Heyo!
way. Kimmy said it right. There you go.
I love
Hello.
it!
So I
Heyo!
want to read a little bit about Nathan's background, and then we're going to talk about what this program offers. So Nathan is the founder and chief executive officer at Heyo.com. And Heyo, what that does is it helps businesses market on Facebook. They work with over 2,000 customers. These numbers he can fix if I'm wrong. And they brand on a monthly basis with over 100,000 total users. And Heyo has grown a lot in the past few years. I want to introduce Nathan and thank you so much for coming on our show.
Janet, I'm thrilled to be here, and Kimmy, it's great meeting you as well. All we're focused on is helping salon owners and other business owners convert on Facebook, so I'm excited to be here.
That's exciting, Nathan. I have one question before we start, though. Have
I
you
can't tell you
ever
how my hair gets this big, sorry.
have you ever been interviewed by a puppet before?
I have not. This is a first, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, we're gonna have so much fun.
We're setting the pace. I don't think most of the people we've interviewed have ever been interviewed by a puppet. So let's talk a little bit about backing up. I like to always kind of get into your story. I want to hear a little bit about, Nathan, how did you even get started with Hale?
Yeah, it started really from Virginia Tech. So I was studying architecture and business finance here at Virginia Tech when I just basically I had an insecurity. I was in a classroom one day, and a fifth year in architecture was upset that they couldn't find a job. Now this was in '09, right? So architecture, there weren't people building in '09, and they couldn't find a job, and I just was like, wow. I don't want to put myself through 5 years of this and not have a job. So I went back home that night and I said, I need to figure out how to generate revenue for myself online. And every book you read about ideas always say if you're going to sell something, sell an idea that you know a lot about. And Janet and Kimmy, as a college student, I obviously knew a lot about Facebook because I was using it like most college students do. And I learned that fan pages were what business used, like salon owners like Kimmy. You were using Facebook to get more people into your salon. And so I said, well, if I can help people like Kimmy get more people into her salon using Facebook, I thought there was a big idea there. And that was the genesis behind Heyo started.
Wow. So you started right out, well, did you actually leave college to start Hale then?
Yeah, so I did not leave college. I started the company while I was still attending school. But what I did to kind of manage risk is I pre-sold about 100 fan page tabs at $700 a piece from my dorm room. Now, Janet, this was not a pretty picture, okay? I was wearing my girlfriend's or my ex-girlfriend's Christmas boxers she bought me. I was in a 10-foot by 10-foot white cinder block dorm room, closing sales under my bunk bed because it was a dorm room. It was tight. So that's how it all started.
That's amazing.
It is a great story. That's a really great story. I love to just hear, obviously you're an entrepreneur, so it's something that I'd love to hear the stories of how you started. So,
Yep.
well, let's get into your product and talk a little bit more about what does Heyo offer people that have just never heard of it before?
Yeah, well, Heyo actually really doesn't matter unless you start by thinking about it in terms of Kimmy. So we have, salons of the world like Kimmy. We have authors and speakers, restaurant owners, online consultants and marketers that are using social, and they see the numbers, right? They see that there's 1.28 billion with a B unique humans logging onto Facebook every month. And anytime you have a sixth of the world looking at the same piece of digital real estate, there's an opportunity to allow brands to get more customers or leads from that real estate. So the way that we help authors and speakers, brick and mortar locations like Kimmy's Salon, is we help them capture emails, drive engagement, and drive sales via Facebook and other social outlets.
And let's get into a little more detail about what exactly the templates are and what your program is. Because obviously Kimmy and I have used it. I'm very familiar, obviously, with it. I think I've been with your company since close to the beginning. So it's been a few years. Yeah. So and I love it, and it's just so nice to have that product there. So let's get into what exactly the little details about it.
Yeah, so here are the main things that we address. If Kimmy was going to launch a campaign on her Facebook page, okay, so it's a little tab on the Facebook page, Kimmy would have to take time away from cutting people's hair, and she'd have to go on freelancer.com and try and find a developer from overseas that she could hire for 50 or 60 bucks an hour to custom code a fan page campaign so she could get more people coming into her salon from her Facebook page. What Heyo helps Kimmy do is she can drag and drop these campaigns together without going through the hassle and the money and the expense of hiring one of these developers. So that's the first benefit, is you save time and energy because you don't need a developer and our platform is full drag and drop. The second piece, Janet, that we like to say we do really, really well is because we've launched so many Facebook campaigns across every possible industry, we have a good sense of the campaigns that convert at 10% or higher for every industry. So if people listening to this show right now went to heyo.com and joined, we would immediately recommend to them what we believe to be the highest converting campaigns for their industry. That way they have success quicker in the form of more likes, more comments, more shares, email captures that they can then use to build their email marketing list, and sales of their product, whether that's Kimmy selling more salon, people coming into the salon, or that's Amy Lombard, who is a Heyo customer that sells homemade purses, all the way down to Maggie Henris, who's the social media manager at a company called Average Joe's Entertainment. She wanted more likes and more emails to sell out some of the tours that her band and her artists were going on. So those are the two main benefits, is again, save time and energy because you don't have to hire a developer, and if you launch a campaign with Heyo, it will be the highest converting social campaign you've launched because we've optimized for that.
Love it. And you've been really adding a lot of templates to it lately where there's more with contests. It's simpler to collect emails. You've integrated it with now Aweber, yay, and MailChimp, I know, so that it's automated. And I love that. What are the new contest templates that you have?
Yeah, so we've got a contest template that allows people to ask their fans to put in their email and then click like, share, and tweet for a chance to win a prize. We've got a referral campaign which allows people to launch, a fan page administrator to launch a campaign on their fan page, and it asks their fans to put in their email, and then the Heyo software will give each fan that joined the contest a custom link, and whichever fan drives the most traffic back to the fan page will win some prize. So that's a referral template, which is really cool.
That is.
Yeah, and a lot of people are using that to drive traffic without spending money on ads, which is exciting. A third one we have that's doing really well is called our group deal template. So Kimmy might say, hey guys, this is a Facebook fan exclusive. I want to give you all 20% off coupons for a perm and a hair dry with a blower thing.
With the blower thing?
Yeah.
That was good.
Kimmy, what's called?
What is it? The straight blow. You know, you could blow your hair straight.
Okay,
Yep.
blow out. I got it.
Blow out.
That's like
what
the
you're trying to
it's like
say,
the Jersey
blow
it's like
out.
the Jersey Shore blowout, you know.
I can tell you use that real often, don't you?
That's
So
great.
Nathan,
Hey,
can you tell me,
this is all natural. I just want to point that out.
you have thick hair then? Yeah,
I do. It's pretty
that's
thick.
awesome.
We share that. We share that, Kimmy.
Nathan, how does it integrate with being mobile? Because sometimes when you're on your mobile apps or mobile phones, you don't see the apps all the time.
Yeah, and Kimmy, you're not going to believe this statistic. I want you to guess. If you had to guess the number of minutes that the average Facebook user spent using Facebook on their mobile device each month, how many minutes would you guess?
Minutes per month? Holy
Yep.
crumb. That's, gosh, I'd say 190 minutes.
914 minutes is the amount of time the average Facebook user spends using Facebook on their mobile device every month.
No wonder why my hands hurt. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Can you imagine?
Yeah, 914. And here's something else interesting. Can you guys guess, Janet, if you have a guess, throw it in. What percentage of Facebook users only use Facebook via their mobile device?
40%?
Kimmy, what's your guess?
Mine would be 80%.
So the answer is 63%.
Oh, I said the 6. I had the 6 first.
You did. 60. So what that means is 63% of people using Facebook, they're only using it on mobile, which brings validation back to Kimmy's question. One of the things Heyo does is when you build a campaign with us, no matter if it's a group deal, a contest, promotion, about us page, we optimize those for mobile. So Kimmy, when you click the publish button on Heyo, we'll give you a smart URL. And it's crazy. This smart URL, Kimmy, it's like it has a brain, right? When somebody clicks it, it actually thinks and says, okay, is this person clicking from mobile? Send them to the mobile version. If they're clicking from a desktop, send them to the desktop version. But you still mark it with the same link. So Jan, when you're sending out an email blast to your Aweber list, you don't have to say, click here if you're on mobile, and click here if you're on desktop. It's just one link, one call to action, and the link will do all the thinking. It's really impressive.
That is impressive.
It is. It is. And I remember when the apps were not mobile, and so many people were losing out on that piece of their marketing. So I do see the benefit to that, because people are, well, 63% right there. You're just showing how many more people are using it.
Yeah, so if you don't have Facebook mobile optimization set up, you're essentially losing out on at least 63% of your conversions.
And are your competitors out there? We don't need to name any names, but are they mobile?
Yeah, look, I think there's some interesting companies out there that kind of do, half of ish the things that we do, and they're good at some things. Like, there's companies like PageModo or ShortStack or TabSite where they're kind of template based. But frankly, if you want to completely customize the campaign and ensure that it continues to convert, Heyo is the option people are choosing. So when the difference between Heyo and competitors is, again, you've got full customization abilities and you're not jammed into a template. And Janet and Kimmy, you have that mobile integration and mobile optimization, which increases conversions. And then lastly, a lot of our competitors, Kimmy, they focus on things like full creative control or things like that. What we want to be good at is helping you fill your salon, right?
Yes, definitely.
Right? Because that means you can hire more people. What?
I need butts in the seats.
You need butts in the seats, right? Exactly. That also means you can hire more people for your local economy, which is fantastic. You're creating jobs. The only way Heyo or any social marketing software can do that is by helping you generate leads. That's why we're hyper-focused on helping you launch a campaign that converts. And so we put a real emphasis on high-converting campaigns for anyone that uses us.
Yeah, and if you have Kimmy in your campaigns, now we're talking a little more, we've been discussing a little more probably the focus of like a contest type campaign, that the specific campaigns, but you can even do where there's multiple, because there's 3 apps, correct? Like 3 main apps that show, unless you open up, where I think the majority of the population doesn't realize that you can even open up all those apps to show 12 different ones. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so what would you say the three main ones, because I suggest always to get rid of those likes. I mean, you don't need to have the likes there. Get rid of those. And have three main ones for a salon owner. What three different types of apps would you suggest?
Yeah, so you want to have one tab that is focused on, it's like about us. So you'd have your operating hours and like directions to your place. And then the second tab would be all the products you offer. So, you know, the, whatever you call it, Kimmy, what did you call it? The hair blowout thing?
Blowouts?
Yeah, so name some other things you do. Blowouts.
Well, we do color treatments, we do
Color.
extensions,
Extensions.
you know, hair treatments, conditioning.
Great. So you could list all of those things, including how you can make my hair look like your hair, because I'm digging your hairstyle. You could put all those.
Your head, you'll be fine.
You can put all of those on your products tab on your Facebook page. And then, Janet, to answer your question, the third would be a campaign that's focused on capturing emails. So something like, it's a fan exclusive, insert your email, click like, share, and tweet for your chance to win 20% off your next blowout.
Love it, love it. And your product, we haven't discussed either, a little bit more about how the drag and drop works. You were saying, I mean, there are people using your product, Heyo, that aren't techie people. Like, it's so simple and it's so drag and drop that what can you tell us a little bit more in explaining? And I know, you know, showing it visually is a lot easier, and we could screen share, but we do have this on a podcast also, so we try to make it so that people don't have to see it.
Yep.
But explain that a little bit more in the drag and drop and all the different add-ons that you offer too.
Yeah, well, what people should do is think about the easiest piece of software they've ever used. Okay, are you thinking about it?
Yeah.
Heyo's easier, right?
Yours.
Heyo's easier. The reason is because it's actually built for people that have no idea how to code. We were hearing stories of business owners like Kimmy. Kimmy, do you have a family?
Absolutely. Two boys.
And how old are they?
12 and 17.
12 and 17, which means, and you're obviously married. So what time do you typically eat dinners?
Oh, be anywhere between 3 and 8. Depends on who's home. But yeah, about 6 o'clock.
Exactly. So we were hearing all these stories from business owners like Kimmy, who would be trying to do, like, put an email form on their website, right? Say at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, you know, in the back room of your salon, Kimmy.
Yes.
And before you know it, you're pasting like all this code into Google, trying to figure out how to move a div tag up and to the left by 3 pixels and change the color of the button and change the text in the button. And before you know it, you've Googled for 6 hours and you're late and you missed dinner with your boys.
Yep, and I don't get it done, and so then it doesn't get done.
Yeah, and it's not, and even if you do get it done, it's not exactly how you want it, right?
Right, right.
So Heyo eliminates all that stress. It saves you time. You get dinner with your boys, and you get exactly what you want because it's full drag and drop, and you don't have to know how to code.
I love it.
Yep.
Now, I'm a big believer in the grabbing emails from Facebook. I think that Facebook has become, obviously, even speaking with Grandma Mary on our last interview, we were talking about how the reach has been lowered, and so we need to be collecting those emails from, and that's what these apps can do, and we've been talking a lot about that. But you also have another side of Heyo that you launched that has the timeline contests.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about that side of things, too?
Yeah, so on August 27th, Facebook made an update to their promotions guidelines, which made it, and this was 2013, and they communicated that people could now run in a status update contests and use the like button or the comment social action as an entry mechanism. So, you know, Kimmy could post on her fan page wall, hey guys, click like below if you like this hair color I just applied to XYZ, whoever's in the salon. And there's a big picture of this woman with, you know, red hair or something. And everyone's commenting, yes, I love this, yes, I love this. And Kimmy in the update could say, again, comment below if you love this for your chance to win the same kind of coloring. And so Kimmy then gets 5 or 6, 7, maybe 30, 50 people commenting. What our tool helps you do is come up with the initial idea, so the one that I just articulated for Kimmy's fan page, and let's say you do get 50 or 60 comments and 100 or 200 likes. How the heck are you supposed to pick a winner, right? What Heyo's Timeline Contest Creator does for Kimmy is she can just copy the URL of the status update, drop it in the tool, and Kimmy will tell you exactly who the winner should be based off a random generator on our back end of anyone who liked it or commented.
Nice. That really simplifies it. And what is that link to get to? Well, we'll put all this in our show notes, but what is the link to get to that piece of things?
It's heyo.com/T as in Tom, C as in cat, C as in cat. Heyo.com/TCC.
Perfect. And we'll put all that in the show notes too.
Great.
So let's talk a little bit. One of our focuses here, because we are a little bit of a unique show, we like to talk about making your business stand out and making your business unique. If you could just say one thing that Heyo does that can really make your business unique and stand out, what would that be?
That's a really good question. Give me an example. Kimmy, when you think about something that's unique or something that stands out, what do you think about?
I think about people that are actually engaging on social media when they're sitting in my chair. They love taking selfies when they have tinfoil in their head. And, you know, we're just having some fun. It's about being fun, being a puppet. What the heck?
I love it.
We've had people on interviews with bow ties and sunglasses, and it makes them unique.
Yeah, so one of the, if I shared with you what Heyo does to help brands like Kimmy's be unique, it's helping to get whatever message Kimmy wants out without having to spend money on advertisements. And the reason I say that is because our campaigns are built to get your fans, Kimmy, marketing for you. In other words, they tweet your message out to their followers then become fans of your page and potentially customers of your salon. That's really unique to Heyo. There's not another social platform out there that's doing that, and we are excited to continue doing that over the next several years, decades, whatever it takes.
That's great. Thank you.
Nice. So we also want to always give the audience some sort of action item to do with what they learn. So what would you say one or two possible items that they could easily do in the next 24 hours to take action on what you just taught?
Yeah, well, let me tell a quick story about a woman named Milena Regos who asked me this exact same question. She said, Nathan, I don't have a lot of time. I want to get results on Facebook. What should I do? Milena is actually a small business owner, and she wanted to capture emails from her Facebook page. So she used Heyo, and her Facebook page, Kimmy, was actually for a ski resort. So what she did is she said, okay, guys, I'm going to give away this picture of skis. And she used Heyo's countdown timer to say there's only about 7 days left in the contest. She had the email marketing opt-in, so fans had to enter their email, click like, share, and tweet to win. And you guys are never going to believe the results she gave. So, Janet, give me a guess. Over 7 days, how many impressions do you think Milena got on a campaign that took her less than 30 minutes to set up?
And she did not do any advertising with it either?
And there was no advertising.
Wow. Let's say impressions-wise. Well, let me ask you a question. How many fans did she have on her page?
Great question. So her fan page was a little over 100,000 fans.
Okay. Kimmy, you have a guess? I don't have a guess.
I'm saying probably about 5,200 impressions.
Wow, Kimmy, you must be a math star. Why the extra 200? Why not just 5,000? It seems so much easier to say.
Because, odd numbers, and it's just a better marketing tool, I guess. I don't know. I don't like Kimmy, to be the same old.
Kimmy, 5,200 is an even number, not an odd number.
Well, I know, but I added the 2 on the 5. Whatever. That's 7.
She's a hairstylist.
Come on, my ditz. What the heck?
Well, you're not gonna believe this. So, Milena launched the campaign. 7 days later, guys, she had 17,00001. Wow. We'll add a 1 on the end to make it odd. Impressions, and you're not gonna believe this. From those impressions, she captured 4,500 email addresses. That campaign converted at 25%.
Wow. And she didn't even do any ads.
There were no ads because the first 5 or 10 fans that entered marketed it for her, and it snowballed. So my answer to your question, Janet, to anyone listening to this or watching us live going, I want to do something in the next 5 minutes, what should I do? My advice would be go to heyo.com, and when you go on, it's totally free. There's a 7-day free trial. Use the first contest you see in the upper right. It's the same one Milena just used that converted at 25%. And whether you're a spa owner, an author, a speaker, or any other small business owner, we believe this campaign will convert for you as well. So you can build your email list, get more likes, and be unique like Kimmy on social.
Love it, love it. And I have tried some of those contests, and that's actually how we are announcing on the front end of each show. We had a winner. I think we collected about 100 emails from that campaign.
Great.
And yeah, and it was just as simple as, you know what, we're going to promote your business on our show for 4 episodes.
And you had no advertising behind it?
No, not on that one. I do sometimes, but that one I did not. So.
Yeah, so 100 feet. How many of you guys listening right now could use 100 extra emails on your email list, right? Great.
Yeah, and there was no cost. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, don't tell too many people that. Well, Janet, why do you use us? There's a bunch of options out there. Why did you guys decide to use us?
Couple reasons. The simplicity of just that drag and drop. Once I get in the groove of something and I've learned it, I don't want to go learn something else. And, I want to give a shout out. There's a big reason, number 2. I love your customer service.
That's all.
I'm going to give a shout out to Wesley.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see if Wes isn't here.
Oh, bummer.
Here, I'm going to let you see Brooks and Chris.
Okay.
Guys, we're getting a shout out on a live show right now with the puppet and Janet.
Hi, everybody.
They said the number 2 reason they use us is because of our great customer care.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love to hear that.
Nice. Oh, that's great. So I love that you have the chat. I'm not one to wait around. So like if I want help, I want it then.
Yep.
And so I'm always chatting, and they jump right on, and it's immediate, and I get my questions answered. And I mean, it's been as simple. You converted over a little bit ago to a new look, a new feel, and when I jumped in there, I was like, and so ended up, needing a lot of help, and we actually couldn't quite get it through the chat, so they picked up the phone, and we talked on the phone too. So, and I don't believe that was Wesley, but he's been my main man in there. So.
Yep. That's great. We pride ourselves on fantastic customer care.
Cool. Well, that was great to meet them. Well, so that would be number 2 reason. There's so many reasons. Just the simplicity of it. That's the bottom line. I always know that, hey, I have a new client, or for myself, I can jump in there and just, if I have a new product, let's say Kimmy wants to put a new special out, and she wants to have, $20 off that blowout. She can easily take 10, 15 minutes and put together a campaign on her Facebook, drive the traffic to that campaign. If she wants to run some ads to that direct campaign, she can easily bring in some clients, correct?
She absolutely can, and a lot of people don't actually end up spending any on advertising because the campaign, they just work.
So and ads have become, Facebook ads have become such a necessity. I love that this is there, because otherwise it's pay to play nowadays with Facebook.
That's exactly right. Yep.
Do you have any final questions, Kimmy? It's pretty much time to wrap it up. I think we covered a lot of information, and I just suggest to the audience to just go out and do exactly what Nathan said and try it. It's a free trial. Check it out and play around with their product.
Nathan, thank you so much for all the tips. I can't wait to start implementing some of these. But can you tell our audience again how they can find you, or if you have a domain name, where is the best place to find you?
Yeah, so if you guys want to connect with me personally, you can connect with me at Nathan Latka. But a better place to find me, because I spend way more time here, is actually just at Heyo, or on Twitter, or you can just visit us at heyo.com, live chat with us, or give us a call at 1-800-884-8640, and you either talk to Chris or Brooks or Wes, or some days I'm on there too, picking up the phone. So happy to connect with any of you guys if you have questions.
Thank you so
thank
much.
you. Thanks a lot, Nathan.
Yeah, you guys bet. Take care, and thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, thank you.